Hey y'all, welcome back to the Hot Rod Dad channel. Glad you came. Hope you stay. Like, subscribe, comment, share, etc., etc. It is a beautiful sunshiny day here today in Tennessee. Very mild, just about 72 degrees, which is just a slice of heaven on earth. I'm headed out to the shop to do some cleaning up, get started back on the BLT. But yesterday it was raining and a little overcast, and that was the one and only day I got to go to the Redneck Rumble. This is a show that I usually camp at, stay at all weekend long. I usually upload 3 or 4 videos from this event just because it's so big and there's so much cool stuff to show you. But this will be a one and only video that I'll upload because of the weather. And like I said, it was the only day that I got to go to the Rumble because of some family stuff that was conflicting with it. But I was able to check out a lot of cool stuff before the rain set in for good. But there's a whole lot more that I didn't get to look at. So anyway, here is my one and only video from the Rumble this year. So y'all stay tuned and check out some of the cool stuff there. So I just got off a flight from the Northwest this morning, late last night. I took the red eye in and crashed at the hotel. So I didn't bring a truck this year, but I conned my buddy David in to come pick me up in this 1940 Chevy pickup and bringing me to the show. At least I got to ride in something cool. And our friend Matt is here with his little Hot Rod International. I don't think I've ever shown you his camper trailer here that he built himself. This thing is just too cool. Done in polished aluminum on the outside, but it's got all the old maps for wallpaper on the inside, as well as brochures and stickers and all kinds of cool stuff like that decoupaged onto the walls and the door there. Check out this cool accessory. And he's got some vintage decals there on the outside. Very cool stuff. Really like this little bobber truck right here. This is a 46-ish Chevy cab, and I'm not sure what that bed is. Looks like it may be about a 54-ish Chevy truck bed. It's like a lot of these old ratty rats. It's just a hodgepodge of stuff put together, but I really like this. Really tastefully done. And he's got a trailer back here on the back with some backup transportation. And parked next to it over here is a very patinaed C10. One of my favorite body styles of C10s. One of these days I'm gonna have to get me one of those. So apparently this is Volkswagen Alley right here. There's been 3 or 4 Volkswagen parked right here all morning. I really like this one. Got a cool patina look to it. I like the luggage rack on top there. Is this your car, sir?
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Tim. Yes, sir.
Tim, get up here and tell us a little bit about this car.
whenever she was for her first car.
You say your dad bought it?
Yeah.
For your sister?
For her first car in 1986. And she drove it for about 3 months and caught it on fire. Then Dad redid it. And you know, the paint kind of, it looked good, really new and great for a while, and then the paint just started chipping off of it for several years after he redid it. He drove the car until, you know, he couldn't drive anymore. And then we had the car sitting in our garage for 30 years.
Wow.
And I decided to get it all out and was going to repaint it, and everybody told me not to repaint it. So I just left it like it was. And
I wouldn't dream of painting it.
yeah, and then I decided I'd put my dad's nickname on the side of it.
Very cool. So tell us about the wheels.
They're just empty Raiders.
Okay.
And I picked them out because, you know, nobody else seemed to be running them, and I thought they looked pretty good on the car. So.
And have you lowered it a little bit?
I've got a 2.5 inch drop spindle, 2-inch drop spindles on the front with a 3-inch adjustable narrow front beam on it. And the back is just stock height.
I love this luggage rack.
That was bought from a guy named Ruben Salas out of, I believe, San Antonio, Texas. I ordered it and he shipped it up here on a Greyhound bus.
Very cool. Got some period accessories up here on the top. Awesome car, and with some awesome family heritage in it. Now, are these your friends right here?
This guy is he's from Bowling Green, Kentucky. We met him down here at the show, and then I got another buddy over here. He's got a 68.
Let's step over here and look at his car.
Lower.
And this one is a 1968, you said?
Yes.
So the blue one is his, and this one is yours?
This one's mine.
What is your name, sir?
It's Jacob Halsey.
Good to meet you, Jacob.
Nice to meet you.
Tell us a little bit about this car.
It's a 68 Volkswagen Beetle. It's been quite highly modified, obviously.
Lowered substantially.
Yeah, substantially, yeah. The body's pretty much all original. I bought it from the original owner about 8 years ago. And kind of just, I've always wanted to do this to one, and this is the end result. Full air ride. It's got a loose nuts VW Safari window, full custom stereo that I built myself. Engine's pretty much original, just kind of cleaned up. It's got the wide deep dish rear wheels from a guy out in California made them. Then obviously bagged, and a lot of it's custom made bag parts.
Probably the most
probably
the most unique feature is the insert right there on the paint.
Yeah,
and that really is the first thing.
They call it like an Aussie trim.
Okay.
But I didn't want to spend the extra money for the actual trim.
I see.
So I made my own trim, and then I put a vinyl. It's actually a clear vinyl wrap.
Okay.
It's using the body color as the tone to give it the tan.
Okay.
So, but it's just a custom wrap. And then a friend of mine did. I bought all the seat covers, and then he went through and did all the seat covers. And it actually originally had high back seats.
Oh yeah.
And I cut them down to give them the low back seats, to give them a low profile look.
Yeah, I like the low backs.
Yeah.
Very nice color combo on it.
Yeah, thank you. And while I'm on here with you, I'm gonna give a shout out to Southern Indiana V-Dubbers. It's our local group in Southern Indiana. Hit us up on Facebook.
Okay, cool.
So yeah,
we'll check you out.
We're trying to grow our group.
Very cool.
Small group right now, but
so
we have a lot of fun.
Y'all travel together and everything?
We do. There's about 10 of us that hang out on occasion, but we're always looking for new people. So
awesome. We'll check it out. Love the rides, guys.
Thank you very much.
Y'all have fun.
You too.
The Rumble is always a great place to find a project or the parts that you need. And right here would be a good start for a little pickup project. This old Ford cab. I'm not sure what the price is on that, but looks like a good starting point. Well, so far the rain's holding out, and I have found a 57 Chevy 3100 here I really like. And it is laid out here in the grass. You can see back here in the bed all their handiwork to achieve that stance. Here's a little 35 or 36 Ford panel truck. That grill is not Ford. Looks like it's maybe a customized Chevy grill. Interesting. So while it's sprinkling the rain out here, I'm gonna take you right in the building right here, and we'll take a look at some of the cars that's inside. Right here is probably one of the most radical show rods that you'll ever see. This is the Space Junkie. It has some heavy flake in that paint, custom scallops all over it. And this is what looks to be a flathead straight 8. I would say that's probably a Buick engine. This thing started life out as a 30s Chevy 4-door sedan. And this whole thing is probably not more than 3.5 foot off the ground. I'm not even sure how they get in and out of the thing. Probably one of the most unique features on this thing, though. See this half of a, for lack of a better term, hubcap, or wheel cover, I guess you'd say. It does not move, so the wheel spins and those stay level. Not exactly sure how they did that, but really a cool effect. And as you can see, they retained the 4 doors. And they open right there in the middle, I guess, so you can crawl in and out of it. Looks to be maybe a 40 Ford grill that they've used on the front there. Right. Very interesting car. Here's a very 60s era looking show car. Again with the heavy flake in the paint. And the white pleated interior is typical for the 60s show rods. And a blown big block there for power. Bet that'd be fun. Here is one of my favorite old school hot rods around, or jalopy if you will. This little roadster is based on a 1928 or 1929 Model A roadster pickup cab. It's basically all Model A, including the frame. And it's got a little flathead V8 in there. And that looks like a probably a Thixton PM7 intake with 2 Stromberg 97s on it. And this is very very reminiscent of what they would have built back in the early hot rod days. Got the banjo rear end hanging out back here in the back. And this little car's nickname is Buckshot for obvious reasons right there. Very cool little hot rod. One of my favorite things I've seen here today so far, this little 1924 Model T. This is done up as a C-cab paddy wagon. It's got an all handmade body. It looks like it's done out of plywood. But like I said, it's done up like an old paddy wagon, like you would have seen back in the early days. Unless I see something I like better, this Chevy 5100 has been my favorite truck at the event so far. Not sure what kind of chassis this is on. Looks like it's got a 9-foot bed on it. One of my favorite things about it though, it's that hood ornament. That is pretty funky. Man, I am in love with this Buick Wagon. What a cruiser. Lowered nicely, and got some American Racing Mag Salt Flat Specials. Low profile white walls. Interesting combo, but it works very nicely with this car. There's always an array of small displacement rides here at the Rumble. Anything from this old bumper car carnival ride to home built jobs like this. Some of them are, you know, pedal powered. Most are not, but they're all cool. Here is an old International L160 cab over. I could probably count on one hand the number of these I've seen over the years and still have, oh, 3 fingers left over probably. Done up as a ramp bed truck here, or rollback rather. I'll let you decide if the license plate is fitting. I have always loved these old Pilot House Dodges. I'm not sure what year model this is. Probably 54, 55-ish. I'm not a specialist on Dodge pickups. But I do know that their motto was job rated. Nice louver job on the hood too. There's several wagons here this weekend, and this is a really nice one. This is a Ford Ranch wagon. I'm thinking this is probably a 57. I like the vintage upholstery job done inside there with the original style inserts on the seats. Chrome reverse wheels. Wide white walls. This would be a really, really nice family cruiser. What a killer Suburban here. Man, this thing is laying frame. I don't even think the front wheels are touching the ground. Incredible ride. Love the barnwood flooring back there in the back. A lot of really nice rides here this weekend, as well as a lot of rat rods and crusty stuff too. Nice El Camino. Must be the year for wagons here at the Rumble. Or maybe I'm just drawn to them at this particular event, but there's been several of them here. Rain's let off here a little bit, and we've got lots of people out here cruising around now. This little Model A two-door sedan is probably in my top 5 here of favorite rides here this weekend. Not because it's super clean or polished or nice. It's just a rough old car, but it's stanced nicely. In fact, it's stanced perfectly, and it's just you know, just old school technology. Got 35 Ford wire wheels, bi-ply tires. It's got a suicide perch up here on the front with a dropped Super Bell axle. Just super simple hot rod, and it's just perfectly stanced, and to me that is worth it all. That's where the money's at, getting one stanced just right and looking just cool. Don't see a whole lot of these. This is an International carry-all. This would be International's equivalent to Suburban. Very cool rides. One of my favorite Ford body styles ever produced. I really like that trunk back there in the back. Check out this big old boat of a Buick LeSabre. This sucker is lowered. And he drove it all the way here from Kentucky. Nice vintage luggage rack on it.
I keep it real clean in there. I keep it real clean in there.
Yeah, it looks just right. Well, I guess that's going to be about it for today. The rain set in for good here, it looks like. So, I'm going to make my way out of here. Hey, y'all. Thanks for coming along and checking out the fall edition of the Redneck Rumble 2023 with me. And don't forget, y'all get out there and build something.